Hey everybody, it's Victoria from Super Geeked, and I'm here with the video you've been waiting for. Well, maybe not waiting for, I don't know. But it is my update on my 100-pound bulk box from ThredUp. If you remember, back 7 months ago, I was one of the first people to get one of the 100-pound, $300 bulk boxes from ThredUp when they first launched. And I said that I would be back in 6 months to give you an update on how it went and whether I would purchase the box again. So if that sounds interesting, be sure to stick around and we'll get into the stats. Yay, you stayed. I'm so glad. If you're new here and you don't know who I am, I'm Victoria. I am a reseller, so I go all kinds of places, purchase unwanted items, and give them a second life by reselling them on websites like Poshmark, Etsy, eBay, and Mercari. On this channel, we're called Super Geeked because we celebrate all the things that we get super geeked about, and I certainly get super geeked about finding treasures and giving them a second chance. But today, you're here to talk about ThredUp. I do a lot of ThredUp unboxings. I buy a lot of mystery boxes from ThredUp to get items for my resale business. But a lot of things have changed with ThredUp. And just briefly, if you didn't know, a lot of the mystery boxes prices have been raised. I'm finding that the quality is not as great. I got a ThredUp shoebox recently and it was not good. And to be quite frank, I've been very hesitant about spending any money that I have made on ThredUp reselling because I do send items into them that are not moving in my resale stores just to basically make my money back and maybe get a little bit of a profit. So I do get a credit with them, and I like to buy these mystery boxes to unbox for you and hopefully make a profit. But lately, the only box that I think that I really am going to invest in is the designer boxes, because overall I have had a lot of success with those. So let's talk about the ThredUp stats. I bought my box. I was one of the first people to get the ThredUp bulk boxes when they were released last summer. So this was a great way to get inventory during quarantine. We were all in lockdown all across the country, and ThredUp released these boxes. You could either pay $300 and get 100 pounds of mystery clothing, or you could pay $500 and get 200 pounds. I opted for the $300 100-pound boxes. They actually came in two 50-pound boxes because I didn't know what was going to be in them. And let's face it, that's a lot of money to put out. So if you didn't see those videos last summer in August, the first video I filmed, we unboxed both 50-pound boxes. And I say we because my friend Alicia over at Murrayed Life, you may know her, a fellow reseller, she came over to my house and we had a really great time and unboxed those bad boys together. Shortly after that, after she left, I sorted the items, and I knew from the beginning my strategy was going to be to pull the things I knew I could sell or thought I could sell and send the rest back to ThredUp. So that's what I did. These boxes were originally advertised as mixed clothing lots of shirts, pants, skirts, and dresses that could restock your brick and mortar or online stores. So to me, that sounded like these were not going to be ThredUp damage, missing tags, those sorts of things, because if they can't sell those sort of things, we can't sell them either in our stores. For the most part, my experience was I didn't get a lot of items that didn't have tags or that were damaged, but I saw other boxes that people got shortly after mine. Even some people who watched my videos and saw the things I got purchased theirs and had a terrible experience. A lot of no tags, a lot of damaged items, and I would have been very unhappy had that been my experience. But I think being one of the first people that got the boxes, ThredUp was probably smart enough to put items in that would draw other people in to purchase these bulk boxes. So I actually got like a lot of Lululemon in my boxes, surprisingly. I got a Reformation skirt, some other great pieces. A lot of bread and butter, but I expected a lot of bread and butter because that's what people send into ThredUp. They send in a lot of Loft and Ann Taylor and Gap and Old Navy. And a lot of people who send things into ThredUp are not resellers, so they're just selling the things from their closets. So the expectation wasn't to get designer brands, but to maybe get good enough pieces that I could make a profit on these boxes. So in those two 50-pound boxes, I did receive 154 pieces. Now, if you watch the follow-up video, I originally said that I would be keeping 65 pieces, and I actually did a haul showing the 65 pieces that I plan to keep and resell. The rest of the clothing, we're actually going to go back to ThredUp. Well, once I started going through these items and listing, I did pull an additional 10 items. I ended up either donating or sending to ThredUp also. So I actually only ended up listing 55 of the 154 pieces. So I basically sent 99 pieces back to ThredUp, which is the majority of the items. And I figured even if a couple of those items sold on ThredUp, I was fine with that because that would just be a little extra money onto my profit. So in my initial video, I told you guys that the average selling price I expected to get on these items was between $25 and $30 of the items I listed. I also told you that after paying back the cost of the box, which was $300, and paying fees, which I estimated at 20% based on Poshmark, which is the platform that I sell on that takes the biggest chunk in fees, that my expected profit from this bulk box would be $1,048.80. So the question is, did I do it? Okay, so let's talk about as of today. So we're 7 months out from the purchase of my box. I have sold 27 of the 55 items. So I still have 28 listed. So I've sold half. Top selling item from this box was this Lululemon Lotus Wrap sweater. Totally not a surprise. It was one of those like sort of cocoon shaped sweaters. It was in a beautiful plum and it did sell for $65. Another item you probably saw in a recent What Sold video was this Becca one-piece swimsuit. It sold for $50. Next up was this beautiful linen Reformation wrap skirt. It actually originally was part of a two-piece set. Unfortunately, in my boxes, the crop top was not included, so it was just a skirt, and I sold the skirt for $50. All three of those sales were on Poshmark. Okay, next highest sale were these Lululemon Speed Up running shorts. They sold for $45. Again on Poshmark. And then my fifth highest sale were the Lululemon Wonder Under leggings. They sold for $40. Again on Poshmark. I sold this Talbot's merino wool sweater for $40 on Poshmark. I sold this Eddie Bauer plus size wool sweater for $40.60 on eBay. And I sold these Not Your Daughter's jeans. They were a really pretty color. They were the Maryland fit and they sold for $40 on Poshmark. So I had 8 sales from these two boxes that were over $40, which if you've watched my What Sold videos, you know that I'm generally trying to source items that are $40 and above. So those are 8 items that I would have sourced on my own in a thrift store to resell because they sold for over the $40 mark. Okay, let's talk about the worst sales from these boxes. Okay, all these sales were for $15. I had this Uniqlo V-neck cardigan that sold on Poshmark. This was a New Day chunky turtleneck sweater. It was a nice sweater, but it was a Target brand. Sold for $15 on Poshmark. You saw these in a recent What Sold video of mine. They were these Nike Dry Fit leggings. They sold for $15 on Poshmark. Then there was this Under Armour pullover top. It sold for $15 on Poshmark. This basic Athleta white t-shirt. It had like a handkerchief hem that sold on Poshmark for $15. And the lowest for me was this Puma crisscross pink little bra top, and it was $12 on Poshmark. So let's talk numbers and my overall view of these bulk boxes. Again, I think there was a little bit of an advantage to buying early. From the items that I sent into ThredUp, I made $51.60. So that was just a little bit of icing on the cake. I originally estimated to you guys and just told you a little while ago that after I ran comps, I estimated that my average sale price was going to be between $25 and $30. Well, my average sale price so far has been $29.06. So I am right on point, just a little bit less than that $30 mark. So that estimation was right on. With the $51.60 that I sold on ThredUp from the 99 items that I sent back, plus the money that I have made so far on the items that have sold, my grand total is $846.20. Now, if you take off the $300 that I paid for the boxes, minus the selling fees from each of the platforms that these items sold on, that was $143.52. And less any shipping discounts that I gave, which came out to $13.76. My total profit so far on the 100-pound bulk box is $388.92. So I have made a profit, but it's taken me 7 months to get there. A lot of these items I wouldn't source on my own, but hopefully if I can sell the remaining half, which is 28 items, at the average cost of goods that I'm currently at, which is $29.06, that's another $813.68. Then if you deduct the 20% fees, we're just going to go with 20% because that's Poshmark and that's the highest. That's less $162.74. Then my grand total on this box, should all these items sell at the average cost of goods that we're estimating, I should make $1,039.86. So how did my math do? Well, on my first video, I told you after cost of goods and fees and everything that my estimated profit would be $1,048.80. So I am not that far off. That makes me very happy that at least my figures were good. So I have turned a profit on these boxes. That should give you information on whether they might be good for your business. Again, I've only sold half the items I've listed. Do I think it's worth it? Well, I enjoyed unboxing it with my friend Alicia. It was like a giant, well, 2 giant mystery boxes. That was so much fun. Making that video for you guys was so fun. Being able to send back 99 of the 154 pieces that I originally got also made me feel better because I wasn't trying to list all 154 items that came in these boxes. I think that is pretty overwhelming for anybody if you had planned on listing every single item in these boxes. Would I purchase a bulk box again? Well, I have watched a lot of unboxings before I made this video. I do not think that they are sending the same quality of items that they were sending in the beginning. I think they are now throwing in items that are damaged or missing tags. I don't know if the description has changed on their website, but originally, like I said, the description when I bought it was mixed clothing items that you can use to restock your brick and mortar or online business. You know very well, as I do, that you're not going to sell a bunch of stuff with no tags. I also have found that these ThredUp boxes have gone downhill in quality, and yet they continue to raise the prices. I do have a ThredUp DIY designer box unboxing coming out this week with my girlfriends. I personally feel like I'm going to stick with the designer boxes because even though they've raised the prices to $120, that is the only box that I am getting a significant return on my investment. I am finding that because of my business model and how I like to sell items that bring me $40 and above, I'm just better at sourcing myself. I end up with a bunch of stuff I don't even want to list that I'm not excited about, and my time is money, and I don't sell a lot of bread and butter. So I will not be purchasing another ThredUp bulk box, at least not anytime soon. Believe me, the pull is there. I look at them all the time, and then I go watch some unboxings, and I think, no, I'm not dealing with that. But I hope that the information I gave you, maybe it's good for your business. Maybe this would be something great for you. You don't have great sourcing in your area, or you can't get out and source because of a disability, or some other reason, this may be a great option for you, because I did turn a profit, and it's a decent profit. And should all my items sell at the amount that I've estimated that they will sell, I'm going to make over $1,000 on this bulk box. So I hope this information is helpful for you, that you don't take my personal decision to mean that that should be your conclusion to seeing this video. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that I've answered all your questions. If you have any questions I didn't answer about my bulk box, that you leave them in the comments below. I'll be happy to respond and give you an answer as best I can. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out if you're not already subscribed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.